going to do is I'm going to hit, hold, look. So I'm not going to look until I've held my posture and my finish, and then I will look. So you're just going to don't look, get the ball roll. Hold that finish. That was a very nice stroke, very controlled backswing. Hold. Now you can look. You're going to hit all three balls trying to duplicate the same stroke. Okay. So you're going to hit the first ball. Don't look at the result. Remember what it felt like. Try to copy what you just felt. Boom. Okay, remember that. Don't look at the result. Copy. Don't. And then after the third, you look at the result. This is a drill to improve our copy skills. How well can I copy what I just did? How well can I remember what I just did in copying? And we don't care if it goes in the box or not. We just want all three to be the same. I don't care where the cluster is, but they're all together. So whatever that felt like, try to remember it and copy it. Hold it, remember it, and copy it. I want you to hit this one and try to copy, but don't look until I give you permission. Now, look at that. That's beautiful. That was really good. I need to film that result. That was very good, Salim. Salim, I'm going to compare your putting stroke to Tiger Woods, who's considered the best putter of all time. First, let's look at your setup. Your feet are a little bit wider than Tiger's, but not a lot. We might bring those in just a little bit. Tiger has a nice letter Y. His elbows are tucked into his sides. You also have a good letter Y here, so that's excellent. As he takes his putter back, he gets to about right here. That's his backswing. As he comes through, hits the ball. When he hits the ball, his eyes are looking down. You'll notice that as he continues through, the ball is just about to leave the screen, but his eyes are still down. His putter has come to a complete stop. He's still holding his posture. He's holding his finish, and his eyes are down. So he putted. He's now holding, and he'll look after he's held this posture and eyes down position for a moment or two in order to absorb the feeling and memory of the stroke. This is one of the key fundamentals of putting, is not to turn the head too early and look. The best time to remember the force that you used is the moment after you create the force. And if you turn your head to look, the visual information will wipe out any memory of the feeling of force. In this part of the stroke, the visual information is worthless to you. What you want to focus on is the sensory information. So putt, hold, look is extremely important. Now as we take your putter back, you can certainly see that you take it back quite a bit further than Tiger does. And as you hit through the ball, your eyes are following the ball. You're starting to stand up out of your posture. And so your putting stroke, it's not so much that you are lifting up after the stroke, but actually the muscles that you use to lift is actually helping you swing the putter. So the spine angle you set up, you do not maintain through impact. That you want to hold that tilt. When you set up over the ball, you tilt your spine, and you want to hold that spine angle tilt until your stroke is completely over with. Now I also want to point out how long your follow through was. So your stroke was quite large compared to Tiger's. Now, Tiger may have a shorter putt or a faster green, but the reality is you could actually accomplish the distance that you were putting here with a backswing that was about probably in here and a follow through that's just a little bit further than the backswing. So I would like for you to learn how to shrink your stroke so that it's not, you don't have a huge backswing and your follow through is only slightly further than what your backswing was. Now this putt on the left was before we started working on adjusting your stroke. This was at the beginning of the session. I wanted to get a baseline of what you were doing before we started making adjustments. So we'll have this to look at and compare to as you improve your putting stroke. On the left was your putting stroke before we started making adjustments, and on the right was your putting stroke after we did some changes. Let's look at the putting stroke on the left first. Posture, I didn't really change your setup or your posture, just focused on the stroke itself. And as you take the club back, first we'll look at the length of the backswing. And so your putter went back to about right here. And then we'll look at the follow through to about right here. Let's look at the backswing on the right where you made some adjustments. So you had a much shorter backswing. The distance of the target is the same. And then on the follow through, your follow through was a little bit longer on the new stroke. You were focusing so much on the backswing. So that follow through is something we still need to work on. Ideally, you can have that same force with that backswing stop more in here. The other thing I want to focus on is on the left, as you hit the ball, your eyes are going to start to turn as you watch that ball leave. Whereas look here on the right, your eyes are still down after you stroke the ball. Now for an accurate comparison, I'm going to compare your stroke to my stroke since both of us are trying to putt the same distance. My stance is, my feet are a little bit closer together than yours, so we're going to continue to work on that. As I take the putter back, I have a very short backswing. I'm going just a little bit past that foot. Let's compare that to your backswing. Your backswing and the putt you're making on the right was after we had made some adjustments. So this is a much shorter backswing now than it was before we started tweaking your stroke a little bit and your technique a little bit. So this is much better. And both of us hit this about the same distance to the target, but I was able to do it with a slightly shorter backswing. Now as I come through and hit the ball, so right about there is my follow through. I'm still looking down after I've come to a complete stop. So putt, hold, look. And then as you hit this ball, your eyes are still down, but your follow through is certainly much longer than mine. So there's your stroke and there's my stroke. So I have a short, long stroke for this, and you have a short, long also, but your follow through is just a little bit longer than it needs to be. So we'll continue to work on that. So you made really good improvements in this first session on putting. Putting is one of the most critical things that you want to become good at. It'll be the most helpful in lowering your score. You want to get your putting skills to the point where when you play a round of golf and you have 18 holes, that ideally I would want your first goal is to have no more than 3 or 4 3-putts in a round of golf. That would be equivalent to 1 3-putt every 4 holes. I would like for you to 3-putt only 25% of the holes that you play to start out with. And as you improve, I would need that goal to get even better. On the PGA Tour players, they 3-putt only 3% of the holes they play. They'll have 1 3-putt for every 33 holes. So you're not going to putt like the pros right now, but your first goal is to have 1 3-putt every 4 holes or better.